15 from the field and 1 of 10 from behind the arc. So ultimately 108-102 the final score. The Knicks win game 2 and they take a 2-0 series lead. Jalen Brunson leading the way for New York with 26. Tyrese Maxey matched him with the game-high 26. Double-double for Karl Anthony Towns, 20 and 10. But ultimately, I have a player in mind, but I'm going to ask you, Rolo. Who would you like to discuss first after watching the highlights from Game 2?
I think we all have the same answer for that question for the Knicks. OG.
Yeah.
OG's the guy. That's the question we've been asking about the Knicks all season long. Who's going to be that third star that steps up for them? So far throughout the playoffs, OG Anunoby has absolutely been that man for them at the perfect time.
He's a difference maker, see? I mean, you look at the box score, the point we saw, the block during the highlight, which led to a transition 3, but he was making so many little plays and bringing so much energy.
Yeah, he's a Swiss Army knife. OG can do it all. You ask him to guard the best perimeter defender or low post defender, he can do that. You ask him to score on all 3 levels, he can do that from time to time. He was just really efficient tonight. But I want to give props to OG, as Robin mentioned, but also 2 other guys for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges was doing everything as far as cutting. Teammates were finding him open for the back door. He was hitting his mid-range shot. And Karl Anthony Towns, they were going to him. I was talking to my guy Dorian during the game about this, giving it to him in the high elbow, allowing him to initiate offense, getting guys involved. He had a team-high 7 assists. That's Karl Anthony Towns, and he's doing more as far as getting into the paint area. So I like his mindset. I like his mental approach to the game, and I like the way he's taking advantage of smaller guys when they're guarding him. He's using his body, and then when the bigger guys come on him, he's blowing right past them. So
we saw that mentality develop throughout the Hawks series. The first couple games of the Hawks series, when they got shocked, he wasn't being as aggressive. He wasn't playing to his advantages. And now we're seeing that in this series, especially with Joel Embiid out of the game. He knows he's the biggest guy on the floor.
Yep, no doubt. I like his approach.
So the Knicks win 5 straight games, but the first 4 of those were blowouts. They weren't close. I mean, even game 1, it was like, is this a regular season game in February? Because starters were all on the bench, laughing, really not engaged. But it was just in hand. To play a close game like this, how valuable do you feel like that can be for the Knicks moving forward?
I do think it's valuable. I think the big caveat with this Philadelphia Sixers team has always been their health. It's always been if this Sixers team is healthy. And you can't really take away one of their premier 2 guys and say, they're still the same team.
Yeah.
Because that's a team, when they're operating at full health, that has 2 MVP candidates on the squad. Joel Embiid, who has won 1. Tyrese Maxey, who led the league in scoring this year. We know what he's done. So I think it's a great win for them. You definitely want to see them win close games. You play who's in front of you. But I think that's a very different Sixers team than what people are predicting to see on the floor.
I'll say this about the Sixers. They're used to playing without Joel Embiid because they played more without him than they have with him. And Tyrese Maxey, as we've seen, he was a scoring machine this season. He is unstoppable. So I think for the Philadelphia 76ers, I think they went back to what they're used to. Like, they're much more comfortable playing this way because they played a lot more games without him.
And that's not to say that you feel the Sixers are better without Joel Embiid. You're just saying that they're comfortable.
They're not better, They're not better. It's more comfort. VJ and those guys, like VJ, all he knows is this rookie season. He's played more games without Joel Embiid. So it is a much more comfort level playing this way. Now, they're still going to need Embiid if they want to reach the pinnacle, if they want to reach the promised land. But Tyrese Maxey, 9 of 23 from the field, not his best efficient scorer night, 1 of 6 from 3, 6 turnovers. That can't happen in New York. And as a team, 18 turnovers that led to 23 points. That's not going to help you on most nights in a playoff game.
It's discouraging that the Sixers outshot the Knicks from 3 and still lost the game.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, they were scorching hot, especially in the first half. They finished ice cold, but To your point, Rolo, like to have a night like that, shooting the ball, especially for Paul George. I think he was 5 of his first 11, finished 5 of 13 beyond the arc. Like, you want to steal a game like that.
Yeah.
I mean, and you just don't. The center, you take Joel Embiid, they don't have that production on the center spot. Yeah. So that's going to be tough. But again, I think what the Sixers can lean on is the fact that they've been in situations like this before. In Philly, they're a tough team.
Right.
Now the problem is these games are every other day. How healthy can Joel Embiid be by, what's today? Today is Wednesday. How healthy can he be by Friday?
Right.
And if he's not healthy by Friday, how healthy can he be by Sunday? Right. So it's not a favorable schedule for the Sixers and Embiid's chances of returning to a respectable health to be able to compete.
Philly was right there. Just the fourth quarter, they just went cold at the worst time. Philadelphia finished 4 of 19 from the field in the fourth, 1 of 10 from beyond the arc. And Paul George and VJ Edgecombe, who were, on the whole, were really good tonight. In the fourth quarter, they were combined 0 for 9 from the field, 0 points. So when it mattered the most, those are 2 of your big 3 now without Joel Embiid. For them to come up empty, I mean, that's the difference.
12 points in the fourth quarter is not going to cut it.
Yeah, 3 points to the last 6.5. So ultimately, the Knicks win both games at home, as the Knicks are supposed to do. What's the cliche? It's like the series doesn't start until a home team loses.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened yet.
I mean, they were active. You saw them. They were blitzing some. I think they got their hands on a couple. We made a couple mistakes on inbounds as well. That is certainly one negative of the game, and then they turn those into points. Pretty good. But kind of the difference in the game is the turnovers and points off turnovers is one of the differences for sure. Saying that, I thought our guys did a really good job of making the right reads. I thought we passed the ball good. Assist numbers a little down, but it should be up if we would have. I thought we had maybe 4 wide open shots in a row that didn't go. We needed to keep the scoreboard moving, and we played great offense. We just didn't shot make.
You did go to Barlow in the second half. I guess what caused that decision? What did you just kind of make of his?
Well, there was a number of things. I thought Bono was impacting the game, especially early with the rim protection. He got in foul trouble. They went small, so there was a couple factors that would at least get out there and look at it. We felt we could switch a little bit more too with him. We had a couple breakdowns on some of that stuff, but I thought again, we played good enough defense to win that game, especially in the fourth. But again, hold them to 19 in the fourth. You got to hope you can score more than 20 in a quarter.
How much do you think Tyrese playing over 46 minutes, Paul's minutes up, and VJ nearly 40 affected everybody down the stretch?
Yeah, I don't know. It may have, but again, I kind of look at it and those guys are wanting to stay in there. They really were committed to fighting through the game for one thing. And I don't know. You look at Tyrese played almost the entire game, and he's a plus-minus of 0 in a 6-point loss, and so even the minute and 15 seconds he was out obviously wasn't very good. But yeah, listen, those guys, I thought not only they played lots of minutes, they played hard at both ends, and there was a lot going on and a lot of pressure on them and stuff. And I commend their effort. I just wish that a couple of those really good offenses we would have. All we needed was 1 or 2. We didn't need all 5 of them. Just needed 1 or 2 to kind of get the thing to the, at least get it down to the end where we had a chance.
Did you kind of like the looks on those?
I got to look at it, but yeah, they were double teaming. We rotated it out. It was either a wide open corner 3 or a wide open slot 3, from my memory, right? Yeah.
Speaking of Barlow, and then
Yep.
also Paul George starting on Towns in the fourth.
Yep.
Was the foul trouble with the bigs also result of those players playing center minutes?
Yeah, that certainly had a factor of him being in there, and and then we kind of, it's like you go through the playoff series and you're trying some stuff, and we decided to throw Paul on Towns, and he did a nice job, so we just kind of rolled with it.
I guess
Yeah.
what's your concern level with Embiid's day-to-day status? What's your concern level with just having bigs or minutes of foul trouble that you can't go?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a concern. I mean, all the bigs on both teams were in foul trouble tonight, so I don't know what to tell you about that. Yeah.
I guess going off of that, just the fact that you did get kind of some of those different looks that you didn't see, for sure not in game one, but also not game two, as far as the big men. Like, does that give you some stuff to dig into in case you have to use that again?
Yeah, I mean, I think you learn a lot, through each game. I think it took us a couple games to figure out some of the rotations and matchups last series, and I think the same thing is happening. You're obviously, you never really know what's going to happen until the series starts with who's guarding who and who's going to be playing when and all that kind of stuff, and hopefully we're figuring out some options. Yeah.
Is this the same level of challenge for you that Boston is, even though it's a different team, or is it?
I think it's more of a challenge. It was 1-1 after 2 games, right? So it's 2-0. Like, it puts a lot on this next game for sure, but that's okay.
What did you make of Tyrese' game overall tonight?
I thought he was great. Yeah, I thought he was great.
How would you assess the job you guys did defending Brunson tonight?
Above average. Yeah, I think we did a decent job. He's going to get to the line. He's going to find a way to get it to the line. He got there 8 times, but Tyrese got there 9, so it's good. I think some length. I think we challenged pretty good. He certainly wasn't getting near the clearance as he was in game 1, because he was getting practice shots a lot in that game. So I think the challenges were much better.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks.